thousands of cockroaches crawling all over you. You try to move, but you can't. You realize you are slowly being consumed by these cockroaches and are completely petrified. This is what it's like to suffer from 𝗸𝐁𝐻phobia. I myself have suffered from this most petrifying fear of cockroaches and have only recently gotten over this fear. Even if you don't have 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia, you might suffer from a more general form of this phobia that falls under anxiety. This includes the fear of social gatherings, panic attacks, and obsessive-compulsive disorder. I am here to take you through this phobia and provide more information about 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia, including how to treat it. We will be going over what is 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia, what are the effects of 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia, and how to treat this phobia. So, what is 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia? 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia is a phobia listed under anxiety disorder and specific phobias. They are brought on by a specific thing. This could have been brought on by a bad experience with a cockroach in childhood. However, according to the American Psychological Association, phobias are learned from our parents, and not in our childhood as once thought. Also, just thinking about a cockroach can bring on intense panic attack. This may not be the case for all people who suffer from this most petrifying phobia, but for a majority, a simple image of a cockroach can trigger the most intense panic attack. According to the Encyclopedia of Phobias, Fears, and Anxieties, people are afraid of cockroaches because they can transmit diseases and are very hard to kill, causing people to feel like there's no escape from them. According to the Mental Health America, 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia is a fear that completely immobilizes a person to the point where rational thinking is limited, and the person becomes so scared that they are at the point of hysteria.
If this picture of a cockroach scared you, you might have 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia.
What are the effects of 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia, you may ask? Well, if that last picture not only frightened you, but caused you to jump, scream, and breathe very heavily, then you might be experiencing the effects of 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia. According to the Discovery Health, the effects of 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia include heavy breathing, screaming, intense fear, immobilization, uncontrollable sobbing, and fleeing. These effects are induced when exposed to either a picture of a cockroach or the actual cockroach. So, how do you treat 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia? Well, one way to treat this fear is by using cognitive behavioral therapy. This is where a therapist tries to piece together why one fears cockroaches and gains clues as to how to overcome this fear. According to Discovery Health, this is the most successful treatment by far. Also, repeated exposure therapy is another way to treat 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia. There are two options here. One is by actually using cockroaches, and the second is by using a virtual reality system to overcome this fear. Now, the virtual reality treatment option is discussed by the Scientific American, and the benefits to this include having a much greater control over the exposure to realistic animations of cockroaches, where psychologists can figure out which exposure to cockroaches is enough for each person. Now, the last way is by hypnosis. This one varies completely across the spectrum. Hypnosis is used to help calm the person down and keep them in a serene state. But it's important to note that not all people are able to be hypnotized. So this treatment option is only for a small handful of people that are able to be hypnotized. After discussing all these treatment options, the best treatment is to avoid the situation if at all possible, until you're mentally ready to face this fear. Now that you know what 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia is, what are the effects of 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia, and how to treat 𝗸𝐻𝐻phobia, you are now prepared to take the first step in conquering this fear. I myself have come a long way, and with a lot of work, you too can do this.